on, family? Strat here from Strategic Audio, back again with a brand new cookup video. Well, let's say it's a video where I go through a cookup that I did the previous day. Alright, so the composition that I made is a soulful hip-hop beat in the style of Kendrick Lamar. Think To Pimp a Butterfly era. So if you like this type of content, please drop the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel to get more videos just like this. Also, links in the description for both my free and premium kits. And right now we have a great special on our largest ever royalty-free kit, 2.5 gigs of soulful loops and samples, 80% off, no code needed. Right, enough of that. Let's just jump straight into this cookup. Started with a Rhodes electric piano sound in Piano Tech 8, of course, at 80 BPM and in the key of G minor. So this is one of the simplest chord progressions that you probably will ever see. It starts on the G minor 7 and goes to the C minor 7. Simple like that. Here you have the G, the A sharp, and the D. That's your basic G minor chord. And I added the F, which is the 7th note. That's how you get your G minor 7. Down here we have G and D again. This is just the octave down versions of the previous G and D, just to give the chord some added depth and body. Similarly, on the second half, we have your C, D sharp, and G, your basic C minor chord. I added the A sharp up here. That's the 7th note. That's how you get your C minor 7. Again, down here we have the octave down C and an octave down G, again to give the chord that extra fatness. So if you look here, obviously it's not a straight sustained chord, and this melody was not pre-planned. I actually never pre-plan what I play, I just play what feels right. So the basic principle here is that the melodic improvisation that I did use contains notes that are all in the G minor scale. They don't all occur in the chords, but they're all in the scale. For example, here we have A. That's in the G minor scale, but not in the G minor 7 chord. And over here, we have D. Again, in the G minor scale, but not in the C minor 7 chord. The effect that these notes have is they create tension, which is then resolved as the progression goes on. Take a quick listen. You see what happens when it gets to the A here? The chord goes a little bit weird. It gets a little more somber than it usually would be. But then it resolves as it progresses on and goes into the C minor. Same thing happens on the C minor when it gets here and the D comes in. It resolves as it goes back to the G minor. If you follow this type of thought process, I hope it's going to help you to create some nice fat chords that are also interesting. Moving on, next up was a nice guitar counter melody that I came up with essentially on the fly. Now, I'm not a great guitar player by any stretch of the imagination, so I try to keep it very simple. Also, simplicity is very valuable when you're doing music genres such as this. Face it, you're not making a classical piece. You're likely making something that an artist is either gonna sing or rap on. Therefore, you gotta leave some room for the artist, right? Next, I grabbed my favorite sound font and played this bass. So even though on a very basic level, I'm just following the root notes of the main chords, as you can see here, the rhythm of it, and the melodic transitions both here and here, I think give it a nice mellow, soulful, and musical vibe. I tried to picture what a bass player might do and emulate that. Next up, I used Exhale by Output and a bit of my little sound design skills to create this vocal part. After that, I played these strings. And this piano. The strings were played with Arturia's Augmented Strings plugin, and of course, the piano was done with Piano Tech 8. The piano here simply follows the main chord progression, but adds its own subtle melodic difference. Now for the drums. So for this, I went with a simple boom bap inspired pattern with some very chill R&B-ish type drums that are also more or less stuff that I created with some sound design. Sound design for the win once again. Alright, so before I go ahead and drop the final mix, I want to say thank you very much for watching. Thanks also for liking and subscribing. It really means so much to me and to the growth of this channel. Trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by, let's say, about October. Not sure if that's going to be possible, but we will try. We will try. Please don't be shy. Check out those links in the description to both the free and premium kits, and maybe even that special that I spoke about earlier. You get 80% off our biggest ever royalty-free collection of loops and samples. Last thing I'll say is peace, and I'll see you in the next video. Here goes that full composition, fully mixed and mastered.